Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News. It's a Saturday morning cartoons. That's right. You guys love your Saturday morning cartoons. Get your cereal ready. And we've got a quick story for you here on the channel. Dave Neal News at DNeals. Go find me on Instagram. That's where it's at. Now, we have a wrong spoiler. As you guys know, we like to always make corrections, even if it's not our news that's being broken. But what the hell went wrong? Yesterday, Reality Steve posted a spoiler here that Connor Brennan would be back on the show, The Bachelorette. And, of course, we ran with that story, and then I immediately get a DM from Connor saying, BS, not true. And Connor responds to the accusations that he was going to be on the show, which, by the way, wouldn't be a big deal. We would love to see him on. I was really excited. You guys know I'm a big fan of Connor. And his music and his, just his energy in general. I think he's an asset to any of these shows, reality or dating, whatever, right? But of course, with that comes a lot of hate. So after posting the spoiler for Reality Steve, Connor says, Reality Steve drops a dumbass rumor that I'm going back on Bachelorette, and suddenly I'm flooded with the meanest things anyone has ever said about me, and a great reminder why I wouldn't go back on the show. He says, we get it. I'm cringy and annoying and desperate for attention, and I give you the ick. Thanks for reminding me now, STFU, and go do something nice for someone, you effing jackals. I love this response because he's not letting the negative comments, he's not accepting them. He's setting his boundary here. Now, could you ignore all this? Yes. Do I do that? No, I don't ignore this. So why should I expect he do? Connor's, he's a creative mind, a musician. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he gets flooded with DMs for hate for something he wanted nothing, he wanted nothing to be a part of. And it begs the question, how do we solve this issue within the community? And I'm very fatalistic with this, where I don't think we can solve the issue. I think there's too many delusional people out there that don't realize the impact of their words and never think that their comments are reaching the person. Look, we all have this bullying device here that we put in our pockets. And at any moment when you're checking messages from your aunt or your cousin or the kid you went to college with, then you get met with another comment from someone. And it's like, who are we that we should not check our social media, So I've got my little Facebook group here, Dave Neal's Community, which people post a lot of things and comment on. If anyone wants to be a part of it, it's free. And someone said, I know Reality Steve normally wouldn't post something unless he has confirmation. Connor B is denying him going on The Bachelorette, so I'm wondering where he got his info, and it's really sad that he gets so much hate. How could you be so mean to Connor? He's the sweetest. And then Liz in the comment section says, poor guy, social media has made being in the spotlight really hard. Celebrities have assistants who go through comments so that the celebrity doesn't have to. And you know what a comment I get a lot from people is? Well, you know what you're signing up for, which is so dismissive. It's so simple-minded to think that the hate that we see in the world should be attributed to, well, you signed up for it. You are essentially asking for it, Connor. Come on now. Now, that's garbage, and we reject that. But we looked into this, and I've talked to a few people about how Reality Steve may have gotten this wrong. So obviously Connor took his hate out at Reality Steve, but for Reality Steve, it's a harmless spoiler, if true, and you can't think that Reality Steve would have posted this without pretty good information that it was going on. So Bachelor Whatever posted, remember when Katie Thurston says news to me on her story when Reality Steve spoiled that she was the Bachelorette? Well, then Connor B says news to me, LMAO. I think that's a coincidence because Connor's denied this so far. When Katie denied the rumors, she was instructed to, and it was kind of like, all right, news to me, because nothing's official till it's official and this and that. But Connor's actually got tour dates on the books during the filming. It's a pretty obvious that he's not going to be on the show. What I was thinking, how great would it be if Connor's band Sweet Josephine actually was a musical guest on the show? Wouldn't that be fantastic if the show promoted its own? But as we saw from the Bachelor show, Listen to Your Heart, which I really liked from early 2020, as we saw from that, the show's not even going to promote the musicians from that show. So clearly they're not there to promote from within and support their family. They're there just to tear people down and then move on to the next gladiator for their arena. So that's where that's at. And Connor B, he felt what he felt. So With regards to getting the spoiler wrong, I don't blame Reality Steve. I don't know what his source is, but it does make you wonder. So I was speaking with a person that has been on the show that has some behind the scenes information regarding this because it's a little fascinating to me. And they were saying that what probably happened was the show releases fake rumors to see who is a mole. So the show might release, maybe the show would release 5 different rumors to 5 different people. Aaron's going to be on the show. Connor's going to be on and then whoever Reality Steve reports, then they can associate that back to who the mole is within the community, which is very fascinating because for the show, it's a harmless rumor. Now, unfortunately, for Connor, it's a rough day. So he receives all that hate, after which posting, hey, thanks a lot for all the hate I'm getting. Of course, then the pendulum swings backward. The outpouring of love and support after my cranky tweet earlier is frankly overwhelming. Thank you for reminding me that for all the loud, mean people online, there are twice as many wonderfully kind humans, and that's what's actually important. It is true. There are more kind and there is more love than there is hate out there. It's just unfortunate that we have these algorithms that shuffle the hate forward. Imagine if you had a stadium full of people and you had one section that was just the worst people. I mean, honestly, psychopaths, sociopaths, people with so much hatred and abuse in their life that, hurt people. Now imagine if that one section of the Yankee Stadium gets shuffled to the front of the line and then they get to yell and heckle and this and that. We need to drown that out. We need to drown out the negativity, and social media needs to do a better job of filtering that out so that the end user doesn't have to receive it. Now, it's okay to get some criticism here or there, but in real life, you don't have people coming up to you being like, hey man, F you. Hey man, you don't deserve to go on that date. You don't deserve to find love. You're cringy. All Connor did was be his authentic self. And for the people, even in my comment section, to say, well, Connor, they showed way too much of him on the show. They showed all of his music and this and that. Connor doesn't edit the show, you idiot. He doesn't edit the show. So you can get mad at the production if you don't like who they decide to feature on the show. But how ridiculous. So in other news, Reality Steve posts that Corbin Shaw's Instagram is now public. He is a next contender for the Bachelorette. And he is related to this video we made yesterday, Ghosted for Bachelorette. This is where he told... I believe this is the same person. I think they're both from Alabama, right? So first of all, here's Corbin right there. He was actually on my list. I don't know where my list went. I dropped coffee on it. My list is probably gone. He was one of my number ones. I actually really liked this guy just from images alone. Alabama's next potential suitor. So he was either gone on night 1 or didn't make it to the final cut. We don't know. But this lady right here in a TikTok, which we made this video yesterday, said that he told her he's going on a work trip for a few weeks, but when I come back, we can hang out. Well, hey, Corbin, your work trip just got cut short, so I wonder if you and Tia will be hanging out again. We'll have to see how that goes. So anyway, I made a video. Let's see. So I mentioned the Dave Neal community. I just uploaded a video right now, so it actually might not be live yet, but I got something in them, and this is a pure coincidence, by the way. Pure coincidence. Oh, it's still processing. So this video is processing, so you can watch this video as soon as you are done watching over here. But I got a box in the mail right here. I got this box in the mail and I opened it yesterday. No idea who it's from. And I recorded the unboxing here so you can watch my reaction and my surprise there. But the box was from the band Sweet Josephine, which is frontlined, is that the right word, by Connor Falcon on Instagram, who is Connor Brennan, and he sent me several of these shirts. How great does this look? I got some custom Sweet Josephine merch shirts. Connor, you should have autographed it for me, though. Come on, put a little autograph in there. Next time I come to your show, you can autograph this for me. So I thought that was kind of a nice reminder. Listen, due to the 1,000 fan rule, Connor, you don't need Bachelor Nation. You've got this. This is Connor. This is his show, right? So you've got this audience, and this audience is going to support you through thick and thin. So you keep sharing your art on your stages wherever you want to do that. And the fans of yours from Bachelor Nation will support you. And the people that were posting negative comments, they were never going to buy your tickets anyway. And it's important to remember that. I have to remember that with my stand-up when people go, oh, I don't like you. Well, okay, fine. You weren't going to be a fan of mine anyway. So unless you're like fully on board, just get off the train. Make room for somebody else. And you guys are clearly, sharing your art. My mantra I go by is I am enough, I have enough, I want to share it. You guys are enough. You guys have enough, and you guys are sharing it. So you're living the dream, and good for you. Whether the Bachelor ever decides to have you on as musical guest, or whether you decide to go on the Bachelorette and find love again, we support whatever it is you decide to do. Thank you to Kay Hart on Instagram for supporting me and the Dave Neal Show. She supported me yesterday, and a bunch of other people have been posting and retweeting and sharing the Patreon links. Thank you guys all so much for that. I have a new video up about the Hillsong Church docuseries scandal. So if you want to check that out, it's actually performing really well on my other channel, the Dave Neal Show. So if you're not caught up on all my content, plenty of videos over on the Dave Neal Show. We'll have more for you guys coming up in a little bit. And again, if you want all the behind-the-scenes background live streams, the work with Daves that I've been doing, tons of new members. Thank you to everyone who's been joining. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. All right, everyone, have a fantastic day. And don't be part of that muck that's sending hate out there. The world needs more love. Thank you for being a part of it. Bye, guys.